It's been a minute since I've made a Buccaneers video, so today we're going to be talking about running backs that the Buccaneers could target in free agency. So, when looking at the Buccaneers running back position, you have Doug Martin, you have Peyton Barber, you have Charles Sims, and you have Jaquiz Rodgers. Jaquiz Rodgers and Charles Sims, and I believe Peyton Barber as well, they all have expiring contracts, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's just Charles Sims that has an expiring contract. I can't remember. But regardless, you have those three running backs, and you have Doug Martin, who essentially is gone at this point. Doug Martin is all but gone. You know, Doug Martin, he won't be staying with the team. So what do you do with the running back position? Well, a lot of fans have been saying, well, let's go and sign a running back in free agency and then draft one in the draft. I like that idea. I think that's a pretty good idea to me. But however, the draft is still a long ways away. We still have a lot of offseason to go. The offseason hasn't even begun in full yet. So we need let's look at the current group of running backs that we have now. Probably the most likely guys who are going to stay, if I had to guess, would be Charles Sims and Peyton Barber. However, it's still not even that likely that they would stay. If I had to pick one guy to stay out of all four running backs that we had, it would be Peyton Barber, probably. Only because we can get players like Charles Sims in free agency, and Peyton Barber, he'd be a nice complementary back. Change of pace type of guy, I guess you could say. But Charles Sims, he's kind of more of a receiving back, and there's some guys like that in free agency coming up, which I will get to. And then Jaquiz Rodgers, he's just kind of a guy. I don't know. Like, Jaquiz Rodgers, I like the guy, but I don't see him staying with the team. And then Doug Martin, obviously, he's as good as gone. Doug Martin's as good as gone. So, you know, let's say moving forward into free agency, we have just Peyton Barber left. You know, we get rid of Charles Sims, we get rid of Jaquiz Rodgers, and we get rid of Doug Martin. What are our, I guess you could say, best options that we have available at running back? Well, Jerick McKinnon is one option, the Minnesota Vikings guy. He's pretty much I would describe him as a better version of I would describe him as a better version of Charles Sims. He's a receiving back. He's got a lot of speed. And when Dalvin Cook went down with an injury this past season, he proved to be a very explosive guy for the Minnesota Vikings. He was very on and off to a certain degree, but when he was on, he was really on. So I figure if we can get him at an affordable price, that would be a pretty good that wouldn't be bad at all. In my opinion, I feel he'd be a very good receiving back, third down back for sure. You know, and he's not that bad of a runner either. You know, and all of these guys are probably going to expect around the same type of money, so just keep that in mind. Jeremy Hill's the next one, Cincinnati Bengals running back. He's probably not going to be staying in Cincinnati, given that they have Giovanni Bernard as well as Joe Mixon there now. Jeremy Hill has had some injury issues in the past. However, he's pretty much he's a strong guy. You know, he's a strong running back. I feel he could be a starter on a team, in my opinion. But the Bucs might use him as more of a change of pace back, and then draft somebody. You know, he's not necessarily the receiving option that the Bucs would maybe need. You know, the only way that I would see them getting Jeremy Hill is if they kept Charles Sims instead of Peyton Barber. You know what I'm saying? There's two ways I can see this going. Is they keep Charles Sims and get rid of everybody else, or they keep Peyton Barber and get rid of everybody else. Jerick McKinnon is a supporting role in the Peyton Barber situation. Jeremy Hill is a supporting role in the keeping Charles Sims situation. However, in both cases, just expect the Bucs to draft a running back. We're just going to assume that in both situations they draft a running back. So I like Jeremy Hill a lot. I feel he never really had that decent of a chance to start in Cincinnati. Injuries really derailed him. He's been injured a little bit, and that's always something to keep an eye on. But whenever he's on, again, he's a pretty powerful runner. He can be pretty productive. However, I wouldn't expect, if the Bucs were to draft a rookie after they got Jeremy Hill, I would probably expect that rookie to start over him, but you never know. Jeremy Hill could be Jeremy Hill is a fringe starter, in my opinion. I think he could be pretty good. And we have the same last name, so, you know, biased. But Dion Lewis is next. Again, another situation where this would be if we kept Peyton Barber and drafted a rookie. Dion Lewis I like a lot. New England Patriots running back. He was probably the best running back that the Patriots has. He's the best running back the Patriots have had in the past couple of seasons. Very good receiving back. Not that bad of a runner, but same thing with Jeremy Hill and kind of Jerick McKinnon to a little bit of a certain degree is injury issues. Dion Lewis and Jeremy Hill both have had some pretty concerning injury issues moving forward. However, I really do like the guy. He's been a very productive member of the New England Patriots team. He's probably going to be seeking more money and more playing time, considering how the New England Patriots have like 7 running backs that they could hypothetically be starting. So he might not be a guy who would go to the Bucs. I believe he's somewhere expected to get around $6 million a year. And I know a lot of Bucs fans either want McKinnon or Dion Lewis, and I like that camp a lot. That would be leaning more towards keeping Peyton Barber, which I'm still okay with. I'm honestly fine with keeping Peyton Barber or Charles Sims. But Dion Lewis would also be a pretty good option. I don't know if you can make him your #1 guy though, considering the injury issues again. And if you pay him #1 money and then he's just an injury-prone running back, then you're really gonna have a tough time. So I could see him definitely more as a receiving back with Peyton Barber as a change of pace and a rookie being a starter, whoever that may be. And then the final running back to talk about, or no, sorry, second to last running back to talk about is Orleans Darkwa. Now, he's former New York Giants running back. Again, not too bad. Again, a lot of these guys have injury issues. That's just kind of how the running back market works, is guys who have had injury issues in the past, to a certain degree. I'm not saying these guys are injury prone, but they've had some injuries that are worth at least keeping an eye on. These guys are usually the ones who hit the free agent market. I kind of like Orleans Darkwa. He wasn't the best running back on that Giants roster. That was probably Wayne Gallman in my opinion. But again, he's like another power back. He's actually a pretty decently balanced mix of power, speed, you know, and he has a little bit of catching ability, I believe. So I really do like Orleans Darkwa a lot. He would be one of my top guys, honestly, for running back for the Bucs. When the Bucs do sign somebody in free agency, he's one of my top guys, and then the next guy is going to be probably my top guy just for fun. But I really do like Orleans Darkwa. Again, not a lot of these guys have like a whole ton of name value, but they're like very good complementary pieces. You know, I've named 2 receiving backs here, and I've named 2 kind of power type-ish backs. It really just depends on who the Bucs keep. We'll have a more clear picture of who they're going to target in free agency. But the last option is DeMarco Murray, who is expected to be released. Former Cowboys, former Tennessee Titans running back. He could become an option if the money's there, you know, the money's right. He probably won't demand that much money. However, I could easily see him going to a different team to be a starter. And DeMarco Murray's an interesting wild card to me, because he's kind of a guy where if we get him, do you start him or the rookie? You know, DeMarco Murray's had a lot of starting experience. He's kind of had some nagging injuries this last season, but I feel he's a pretty darn good running back in my opinion. I still think he's got some stuff to offer an NFL team, and I wouldn't mind him being the starter next season. Whereas all these guys have had complementary roles throughout their careers. DeMarco Murray's been one where he's shown he can be a solid starter through and throughout multiple seasons. Obviously, that means there's more wear and tear on him. But that also means he knows, you know, he can be really good. And you can have a rookie there who can really learn from him, you know, who can really learn and develop with DeMarco Murray. And honestly, if he does get released, he would be my top guy for the Bucs to sign, because not only is he a good receiving back, to a certain degree, he's also a very good just pure runner. He's a pretty complete back, and if he does get released, he'd be my top guy flat out. You know, a lot of people would say like Jerick McKinnon or Dion Lewis, but if DeMarco Murray gets released, man, DeMarco Murray's my guy. I'm just saying. But let me know what you guys think about all these running back options down in the comment section below. What running back do you want the Buccaneers to target? And who do you think they're going to keep from their current rosters of running backs? Do you think they're going to cut everybody? Do you think they are going to, keep a couple of guys? Maybe they keep Peyton Barber. Maybe they keep Charles Sims. Maybe they keep both. Maybe they keep Jaquiz Rodgers, Charles Sims, and Peyton Barber and just get rid of Doug Martin. Or maybe they keep all 4 and everybody will get mad. But let me know down in the comment section below, guys. Don't forget, I am partnered up with my friends on Spielco Entertainment. If you guys want to go check out that video, there's a video up with myself talking about the new XFL League coming in the year 2020 and how that is going to affect the football landscape in general. Thank you for all those who have subscribed to the channel recently and checked out the video. I will try and get more content uploaded there soon where I might be playing video games for you guys. So yeah, that's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoyed, and as always guys, I will see you in the next video, but until then, goodbye for now guys.